Hi, I'm Terri Blackstock, and I want to welcome you to my office. This is where I write and where I dream and where I come up with my stories. I want to tell you a little bit about the new book I have coming out called Twisted Innocence. It's book 3 in the Moonlighters series, and I'm really excited about it because it tells Holly's story. Holly has been my favorite character throughout this series because she's my messy character, and I just love writing messy characters. And it kind of makes me think that God probably enjoys his messy characters as well. Not that he enjoys the messes they get into, but he enjoys helping them and rescuing them and seeing their struggles and being the savior for them. And so I wanted to kind of explore Holly's situation. She's pregnant in the first book and not married, and she's made a ton of mistakes in her life. She's been a party girl. She has had arrests. She's tattooed, and she drinks too much and has made terrible choices in her life. She's had trouble keeping a job because she sometimes didn't show up for work. She's just not a reliable person. And so she winds up driving a taxi. And when she finds out she's pregnant, everything changes in her life, and she begins to want to go back to her roots of being someone like her sisters who are reliable, stable people. And in book 3, she's just given birth to the baby. She's gotten a house. She's trying very hard to live a stable life when the father of the baby comes back into her life, and he's wanted for murder. And so at one point in the story, and I don't want to give away too much, but at one point in the story, he takes her and the baby hostage out of desperation. And it's a very tense situation. Holly always thought that her consequences would probably catch up with her at some point, but she didn't expect her baby to have to deal with them. And so, it's kind of a look at what sin does in our lives, but also the redemption that's there because, Creed is the father, and he has a story too. And what I want to show people is that when someone is messy and they have challenging lives, and sometimes they've brought that on themselves, there's a reason they're that way. And those reasons are not excuses, but I want them to know that God knows how they're wired, and he created them that way, and he has big plans for them. And I've said that throughout the whole series, that God has big plans for all of these people out there that I hear from, who tell me that their lives are a mess and that they are trying to clean up their act and they want to do better. And the truth is they can't do better on their own. They need Jesus Christ to do that. And I want to show God's provision for them in these books. It's really important to me that people who feel that that God is disgusted with them come away from these books just feeling that he's not, that he still loves them, and he still has plans for them, and it's not too late to start over. So there is romance in this book. There's not in all of my books, but I think that the readers will like how this turns out and will like Holly's struggle and will relate to it. Even if they've never made the kind of spectacular mistakes that Holly has made, all of us have made mistakes. We all wish we had do-overs. We all wish we had a chance to redeem ourselves. And in this book, this is Holly's chance to do that. So it's really important to me that people read the book and that they're impacted by it. So I hope you'll look for the book. It's called Twisted Innocence, and it comes out February 3rd. And it'll be in bookstores everywhere, I hope. And of course, it's always available online. You can join me at Facebook at T Blackstock, That's my handle at Facebook. At Twitter, it's Terri Blackstock, TerriBlackstock. And you can also subscribe to my newsletter by going to my website and clicking on Contacts. I send out a newsletter every so often, just updating people on discounts and giveaways and contests and new releases. So you don't want to miss that if you like my books. Thank you to all my readers. I really appreciate you. I couldn't do it without you. Obviously, my books wouldn't even be out there if it weren't for the readers. So I thank you so much. And I ask you to pray for me and pray for this book, that it'll reach into hearts and really impact lives. Thanks. Bye-bye.